An NBA player needs to use all of his senses when out on the floor. He needs to see the ball, feel the ball, and hear the ball. He needs to hear instructions from the coach, he needs to hear his teammates calling out defensive plays, and he needs to hear where the ball is on the floor. Even with all of their senses at their disposal, most players struggle to be good players, let alone make it to the NBA. But what if I told you that there was a deaf NBA player? Here's the story of Lance Allred. Born on February 2nd, 1981 in Pinesdale, Montana, Lance Allred started playing basketball in 8th grade despite being deaf and having to wear a hearing aid. And by his senior season in high school, Lance had become a star, averaging 17.3 points, 9.8 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 1.7 blocks per game. For his incredible, inspiring performance, he earned 1999 Gatorade Player of the Year for Utah. He was first team All-State, was named best in the West for the center position, and was a top 100 ranked recruit. He got many D1 scholarships but decided to go to the University of Utah. He didn't get much playing time there and eventually switched to Weber State. Allred claimed that his old coach in Utah, Rick Majerus, verbally assaulted him, usually directing his insults at his hearing. This is what Allred said. Majerus said, and I quote, "Lance, you've weaseled yourself through life using your hearing as an excuse. You're a disgrace to cripples. If I was a cripple in a wheelchair and saw the way you play basketball, I'd shoot myself." His statements were backed up by two former teammates, but when a formal investigation was carried out, Majerus was found not guilty. Immediately after arriving at Weber State, Lance started getting more playing time and seized that opportunity to continue improving his game. He gained 30 pounds of muscle in his junior year offseason, growing from 240 pounds to 270 pounds. His senior season stats were 17.7 points per game and 12 rebounds. He was ranked third in the nation in rebounding, only behind established NBA players such as Andrew Bogut and Paul Millsap. He single-handedly led Weber State to the Big Sky Finals tournament, and there he lost by only 2 points. Lance started his professional basketball career overseas and a bit in the D-League. He eventually got a 10-day contract for the Cavaliers, and after seeing how good he was, they offered him another 10-day contract, eventually signing him on for the year, officially making him the first deaf NBA player. After being released by the Cavaliers in 2009, Allred bounced around the D-League and overseas, eventually retiring. He is now a motivational speaker and author of many successful books, and he has a TEDx you can find on YouTube if you want to check that out. I guess the main thing to take away from this story is that we are all truly blessed and we have a lot of things that we take for granted. If a deaf guy can make it to the NBA, then you sure as hell can too. Don't focus on the things you don't have and focus on what you do have and make the best of it. I know what I just said sounds extremely cliche, but when you think about it, it's really true. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I opened your guys' eyes to the legend that is Lance Allred, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Ever, Mr. West is in the building. Ain't no question who about to kill